Okay. So Monday you wanted to say something.
Yes. So I said some classes ago, I brought to your notice that my top product was kind of different from yours. I remember yours was saying like Canon is the number one. So mine was like saying stapler or paper. So when I looked at the videos that you did, I saw that you created a calculation for it. And I wasn't, I wasn't doing the step-by-step guide you gave us the other time where we're doing the live session. So when I went back to the video, we had a problem with that recording, so I couldn't catch up with that part. So that was why I was asking the following class how you did that.
Yeah, I didn't do a calculation, but I'll just show you quickly. There's no calculation to that. So I'll just I'll create a new sheet, right? Okay, and I'll show you that real quick. So because now what I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to continue. I'm going to do this. So I think we should all follow along with this. So I'm going to do this to teach us parameter, how to do parameter string. So what I want to do now is this. We have from here, I'll just show us from here, we have 3 categories. I know it's kind of tiny. I did that because of my dashboard. So we have technology, we have furniture, we have supply. Those are the 3 categories of products that we have. So now let's assume that I want to know, which category of products. I want to be able to select the category of product and know the top customer for each category of product. From this top product that we have, it's just all the products. So the way we did that is we'll put product. Hold on, I just come here. I bring in product name. I put it on column. I say add on. So I'll change it from column. I'll put it on row rather. So I put it on row. So I have the rows. So just follow along, put it on rows. Then we'll put sales on column. Right, that's what I did. And then I arrange it in descending order. That's all that I did. I did not do any calculation. So we can see Canon image class. So you should have that. Do you have that? Monday.
Sorry, just a second, please. No.
You don't have that?
Yes.
I don't know what is happening.
You can just carry on with the class. Don't worry, I'll just go back to the video. Don't
okay.
worry.
So now what we are going to now do is this. We have products. We have product name, right? Yeah. So let us say we want to, this is, I'll just show us something. So if for example, I come to product name, I click on this drop down here. I'm just demoing this one now, for example. I come to, let's forget about what I was just did now. So first, what we want to do is I was trying to see if I can do something from that place, but no, I don't think I can. So what I can do now is this. I can go to create a new parameter. So I'll go create new parameter like we always do. You drop down and create new parameter. I say what? I name it choosing category. I pick string and I come to list. So I pick string and I come to list. So I'm going to add a value. I'm going to add it. So I said, all the categories we have technology, right? So we have technology. Display as technology. Okay. We have what other category? We have furniture, right? Display as furniture. And we have what's that last one? Who can tell me the last one? Category
office supplies.
Office supply. Thank you. Is it office supply? Office supply.
Office, one singular, then supplies.
Supplies. Thank you. So You guys should do this quickly. I'll leave it there for like 2 minutes.
Sorry, Deji. I know I joined. Well, I started hearing it a few minutes late. Are we just carrying on from where we stopped last week? Yeah, or did I miss anything at the beginning?
No problem, it's not last week. But now what I want to do is I just want to show us this. So I want to see how I can bring this into the dashboard.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Because I have a question, but I'll let us finish this.
Okay. So I think we should play with that. So I'll just click on OK. Now what I'll do here is I'll say show parameter like we usually do. So we can see technology, furniture, and supply. So what in essence what do I want to do? I want to make sure that anytime I click technology, the top 10 for technology shows. Anytime I click furniture, top 10 for furniture shows. Anytime I click office supply, top 10 for office supply shows. Do we get me now? Okay. Now, how do we do that? We have to create a calculation field for that. So here we are going to create a calculation field. We say create a calculation field. Now we call the calculation field chosen. Should I say chosen? Yeah, I can call it chosen category too. So chosen category. So in this case, we'll use the case statement. So we use the case statement. So if we look at case expression. So what is our expression? Our expression is the chosen category, right? So it says case expression when value is then this, else, that means if the value, let's say for example, the case is, let us say the case is DA group. That's the case. Now, when expression value is female, then return the female's name. Else, return the male's name. So we can have a statement like that, right? If you have been doing SQL, I think maybe they have taught you something about case. So this is what it means. Or, so if you can either bring this or else bring another thing. So something like that in that light. So I always say you should open this so that you can see an example of it. So the case that we're dealing with is the chosen category. So we'll say chosen category, right? That's this chosen category that is here, the parameter that I've created, right? Then we now say when you see fun what wait, let's see. When we see technology or furniture, no, sorry, when we see product name, Abi, yeah, then return what? Then return maybe you must know that this stuff that I'm doing also is case sensitive. I feel like it's in Mexico. Yeah. I spelled something wrong. Hmm. Uh, wait, just can you stop the recording quickly? This one.
Okay.
Yeah, you can ask me your question, so I answer your question.
Sorry, I went on mute again. I was speaking. I wanted to show you my reference band. It was kind of doing something weird across the graph, like it was spanning above and below the graph. It's probably easier if I show you. I don't know. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'd like to share my screen, please.
Should be, but okay, before I share my screen, yeah, before I share your screen, I'll just show you quickly. So I was the one with the mistake. So I was supposed to put like, what's it called? So I will just undo, sorry. I will put in the chat what it's supposed to be. So what the mistake I made was I was supposed to put the speech mark. So sorry about that. So this is valid. So that's what it's supposed to be. So I I named that stuff. What did I name it? Uh, choosing. Where can't I find it? I named it choosing.
Yeah, it was choose a category.
Voila, voila. I can't find it. Okay. Yeah, and this one, yeah, but calculation field. Yeah. Okay, yes. So this is the chosen category of it. So what I'm supposed to do is this. Now I'm supposed to replace this one. So what I'll do is I would leave this one open. I'll come back to your question. I'll just leave this one open quickly. I'll put it in the chat so that in case you don't have it. So I was the one that made the mistake. I was supposed to put a speech back. I'd forgotten about that. So just copy that and put it in your. But remember, I said it is what case sensitive. So if you use capital letter, you use small letter, write it exactly the way it is in your category, the way you have written it in your parameter, right? So I put that one in the chat right now. So you can just copy and paste it. So what you want to do is replace this product name with it. Once you replace the product name with it, bam, and we do the descending. So we can easily come here and pick furniture, top 10 in furniture. Come here, pick office supply, top 10 in office supply. So, okay, no, the top 10 is not there yet. So now we want to incorporate the top 10 into it. So we want to incorporate the top 10 into it, just like we've done before. All we just need to do is go into our filter, go to enter our top by field, put here top N, and we say what? Okay. So we have tied it to our top N. So all I'll just do is here, show parameter. So we have this. So I can say, okay, I can put here 4, 5, 6, 7, we have that. So we can easily come here and say office technology. This is the top 9 for technology. Okay, let's say top 10. So top 10 for technology, top 10 for furniture, top 10 for office supply. See, we have broken it down. So now, do we all understand what I've just done now? Or do you want me to go back a little?
Mr. Ayo, can you kindly go back over the formula that you use? Let's
I put it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you put that in for choosing, so what you are doing is you are creating a dimension. So you can, now we see that we can calculate for dimension, so we can calculate for measure. So what I did is after doing that calculation, I replaced my role with the calculated field. Then I now tied my top end to it, my top end product. So rather than, we can rename this one, rather than it being top end product, you can just say, okay, yeah, it's still product, top end. So I'll just leave this for a while. Okay, I can come here and just edit the filter and just leave this for a while, just to show us, you come to chosen category, you come to the filter, you come to top, you come to by field. You have already created the top end before, so you just pick it.
Sorry, how do you then link the parameter with the calculation field? Because mine isn't changing. I think I may have missed a step.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let me stop sharing. Share your screen and I'll put you through.
Okay, thank you. 2 seconds. Okay. Can you
Now,
see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Is the top is the category is the why do you have product name in filter? Okay, you have tied it. Okay, you have tied it to filter. So what is the problem now?
So it's not changing. So if I change this to technology, it's not doing anything. Or maybe
Hold on. So click on the drop. Remove. Like I said, go to choosing category. Your parameter choosing category.
This one.
Yeah.
And edit.
Edit here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just looking.
Sorry?
Okay, that's fine. No, I'm just looking at what you have done.
Yep, okay.
So go to chosen category.
My calculation field or the row?
Calculation field.
Edit.
Okay. Remove that chosen category. Remove it just now.
This one.
No. Close this one.
Okay. Okay. You mean this one?
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, put it now. Put it again.
I don't remember. Let me check.
Okay, now change the chosen category. It's changing now. Change the chosen category. Okay, what you have done is you have filtered it now. Remove the product name. Remove that product name from filter.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, now do it. That's technology. Of course, it's still going to be, so
Okay.
furniture is not still changing.
No.
There's still something in.
I think there's a step that I missed. I don't think I've linked this parameter with the calculation, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because
linked.
even the
You know what?
yeah.
It's linked. So remove. No, we have not linked the top 10. So
Okay.
remove the measure from the color first.
Yeah.
Okay. Now chosen category. It's not changing.
Not changing, no.
Mm.
Okay. I don't want to hold up the class. Let me. I can try and figure it out while we continue the class.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So you're supposed to have something like this. So aside from Juliet, does anyone have a problem?
Yes, mine is not changing as well, but you can just continue. I'll just go back to the recording.
It's going to be somewhere in the calculation or the formula or something. So maybe I think okay, let's just sort it now quickly so that we don't so share your screen, Juliet. I think I know where the problem is. Just share your screen quickly.
Okay, I'll go ahead. 2 seconds. Can you see my screen now? Oh,
Yeah. So go to the
okay.
formula.
Of the category. Yeah. Okay.
So backspace on that parameter, that first one, the very first one. Yeah. So clean everything in front of case.
Oh, everything.
Everything.
Up to space. Up to case.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Just put a space.
Uh-huh.
Type in chosen category. So it's me, you copied and paste. So your chosen is spelled wrong. My own chosen was spelled wrong. So now,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I
Okay.
didn't copy and paste. I typed it.
You type it. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
okay. Now, okay.
Okay.
So now, let's see. Office supply is still there.
Furniture. No?
It's still there. It's not changing.
Or do I need to do a filter?
No, there's no filter. There's no need for filter. That's what the calculation is doing. Go back to the calculation again, please, sir. So when furniture, bring product name. When office supply, bring product name. When technology, bring product name. And
Or does it have to do with the order? I don't know if I've written it in the same order as in my parameter.
it doesn't really matter.
It shouldn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay, we'll look at it later.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we are supposed to have like something like this. And if you have something like this, then the dashboard can even be better. Now, instead of having just this top product for these guys, you can also break it down into categories. So what I would like to do, and you can do the same for customer. So what I'd like to do is, instead of keeping this here, what I'll just do is I'll just edit this one. Yeah, sorry. Where is that shit? The one that we just did now. Okay, yeah. So what I'll just do is I'll just edit this one. One thing I want to do is I want to edit the size of this, of the visualization of the bar. And I want to remove all these ones. So I'll remove the header. I'll remove the field. Then I would format this. So I've actually been using this one so that it's small. Then I've been also editing to make it like a little bit tight so that then I would edit this. I'll format this, so I remove those lines. So none, thing for column. Then I'll go into this. I think I've removed all that. Then line there, let's line on the there's one line that I've removed there. Okay, so I have something like this, then I can name this one. I can say, okay, I think I'll be using 10. I used this, then I can say name of sheet. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll say okay now for now. I'll come here. I'll name this top product. I just say top P there. So top products. So okay, now I'll come back here. Either I can either double click here. So I'll double click on this and I'll say top product 4. Now 4. I can now insert the chosen category or parameter chosen category. So I can do that. I say what? Okay, so it's office supply. Anytime I change this technology, it changes to technology. What I can now even do to make it more beautiful is I can highlight this and give it a new color. I can make it red, maybe like red, and apply. So okay, you can see. Anytime I change this guy here, that one changes. Right? I can even, it changes alongside just to show that okay, this is what we are talking about, office supply. So I can now come to this dashboard, remove this one, right, and bring these top products here. And in the stuff there, because we are doing top 3, because the dashboard, so I did top 3 before, so I'll just do top 3. I'll go back to that. So I can edit, I can still go further to edit this stuff, like, right? I can edit this one, I can just give it like, move to the end, give this guy a little bit backward, a little bit there. Or better still, I just adjust it with this. It works with exactly the one below. So for customer, I want to like do the same thing. So customer, top customer, for the different office, I can do all. So one thing I did not include is, let's say I want to know top product for all. let's say I want to know all. Let's say I want to know all. Who can tell me what I'll put here as displayed for it to display?
Category.
No, I don't think I'll put category. I'll just say maybe I'll just say product name. I'm thinking. So if I say product name, what it brings for me, it should bring all the product name. So let's say, for example, sorry. So I did it the wrong way. I'll just edit it again. Quickly. Value will be product name. And display will be what? All. So let's try this and let's see how it works. So all. So I go to that calculation tool. Then I go to edit and I say just want to try this and see what happens. Bringing null. Just hold on. Just trying to. So let me try product. And I just want to. Let's see. I just want to make sure. So this product. It's not still working. I'll think about this and I'll see how we can do this because we want to be able to include that in our let me go to that. We want to be able to include that in our calculation, right? No, this. We want to be able to include this in our calculation, right? To show all at once. So all products. So when all, because the way I've done it now, it should be if I go to edit now. Product. This is product. Okay, let me use category like you said. Let's see. And let me see. Okay, still not working. So I'll think about it and I'll get back to us on this. So we should be able to attach everyone. So if we pick this, if we pick this and we pick that, we should be able to attach everyone. Better still, because the reason why I said so is this. If for example I have the top 10 and I come here and I say and I put this product name, is on filter. Say show filter. Okay. Filter. So let's assume that this one is no longer working. Let's assume that product name. I just bring product name here on filter. Now I can decide to, I can decide to do like, sorry, not product name. So I bring category on filter. So I can decide to do this. I can I can select all this and apply it. And then what do I do? And I show filter. So I have this kind of filter here that I can uncheck and show what I want. All, if I don't want all, if I just want furniture, if I want this, if I want that, I can do it with filter. But I'm trying to see how we can use parameter to do the same thing. That's what I was trying to look at. So that's just a quick demo, just showing us. But let's just face what this particular one, this one I'm just trying to show you. So what I just showed us that we can use the filter to filter this same thing that I was trying to do. We can use the filter to achieve that same thing, right? But for this one, is we can use the filter to achieve that same thing, but also you can use parameter to achieve the same thing, right? So either ways, you can go with whichever one you want. We can decide, okay, let's go with the parameter and let's go with filter. So either one works, right? So yeah, so I would leave that as that. So I've replaced this one with this. Yeah, maybe for customer, let us do the same thing for customer, but this time around, I will use just to make those two look alike. So I'll add what do you call it? I'll add index to it. So I'll just type in index, pick index, and I'll click out. I'll change it to discrete, and I'll put index in front here just to number it. I'll format it, and I'll remove all those lines. Okay. If you remember we did this, right? So I'll go to and remove this part here. So yeah, so I'll just format the index. I'll format the font to what I'm using, which is 8. Just stick to that. Yeah. See it in dashboard now. Right. So I'll just adjust this one a little bit. So okay. So now it's going to be this customer. This one is something's happening. What's the additional space? Yeah, it's correct now. So now this top customers, I will do it the other way with the filter. So what I've done now is this. I come here, I bring in category into filter. Now it's asking me, I can use all. I can select the category. So I want to select all, I'll select all this category, or you can just click on select all. And you say, okay. Now you can now show the category. Show the filter rather. So to show and you can decide what type of filter you want. You want the one of, the drop down, where you just come here and click all this, that. So you click all. If you want furniture, you can click furniture. For office supply, so furniture. I don't know why for furniture, it's just two people that are buying the furniture. I don't know why it's doing that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just two people that bought furniture. But what I think now is that it has removed, because I don't even understand. Maybe this top end is now working, or maybe it has removed it. So let me see. Add show the parameter now. No, not this. This way. Top end production. Show me the parameter. So let's see if I increase it. So I don't know what's happening. Why is it's showing 7 for this and showing 8 for this and showing 8 for technology, but it's showing 7 for furniture. I don't know why it's doing that. But you see, this is how you can combine. So this is how you can combine. This is how you can combine. I don't know why it's doing that actually. But this is how you can combine, the filter and the parameter. But I don't know why it's doing that. Why is doing what it's doing? But so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see how I can, have that same, have that same kind of feel. What I just did now in for top end, and I should have that same thing for this guy here. I'm sorry, this guy's here. So let me do you guys understand what I'm doing, or I'm just playing around? Can someone answer me, please? So I know we are.
What was your question? Sorry.
Do you understand what I'm doing?
Yeah, I do. I'm not able to follow through because mine isn't working yet, but I do understand.
Okay. So that one, what's very important in this class is understanding the case statement. One, and what I'm just trying to now show you is how do we apply it in real life situation. So how do we apply it in real life situation? That's what I'm trying to show us. So that's not like I'm just showing you and you don't really know how to apply these things. So you need to know how to apply these things. They need to work for you, on your stuff. So what I will do is, because this one I don't know what is happening, I'll just repeat that same process that I did for customers. I'll repeat that same process for this. So what I'll do now is I'll create a calculation field. No, first I'll create a parameter. I don't need to create a parameter, it's the same parameter. So what I'll just do is I'll create a calculation field. I'll call this maybe chosen. So I'll say chosen. Let's say, let me just call it chosen dimension. Right. And I'll say case. Then I'll pick the dimension which is chosen. And before that, let me just correct this. I think you should correct automatically by itself. Yep. Okay, so yeah, so that's been done. I'll come back to calculation. Edit it. Okay. Now, so I'll go back to the calculation. I'll just go through the same thing. When product, when product then customer name, right? When product, when furniture. No, is it not product? When furniture, then customer name. So this is not. This should be maybe office supply. So when furniture, when technology. Then customer name, and then end. Okay. So I should be able to replace this chosen dimension with this. Remove this category completely. Okay. No, undo. Mm. Customer name. Why is it showing now? Customer choosing dimension edit. Okay, customer name. So choosing dimension edit. Customer name. That's the technology function of office supply. So let me see, maybe it's the order, but it shouldn't be the order. Why are you saying null? It's actually not seeing anything. I don't know why it is doing this, but I think everything is actually perfectly in order. But I don't know why it is showing this. I don't want to drag us too much into this, but everything, the calculation is in order. So the calculation is in order. It's I pick the parameter, right? This parameter choosing category. Oh, it's not choosing. Oh, okay. So what I is not the parameter I chose. I was wondering. It's not the parameter I chose. Sorry, guys. So what happened was I picked the. It's not the parameter I chose actually. So that's why I did what it did just now. So So I'll just did that. Bring this guy back to this. Then we have Why is this one doing this now? Why is it counting just one? I don't understand why the count is just one, two, three. Do you guys understand what I'm doing? Um, it- it's like the repetition of what I've done before. Why is it? It's not even changing. Let's see. Let's see. Furniture, technology, supply. It's not changing. Sean. Okay. So let me edit this one. Uh, this is not changing. Why is it not changing? So it's supposed to change. So it's supposed to change. I don't know. I'll just check something real quick. So I'll just check something real quick. I'll duplicate this. I want to understand what is happening there. If it is not changing or if it is changing or what is happening exactly. So I'll remove all this. So I would hide this. What I'll just do is I'll bring in customer name, and I'll put in the descending order, and I'll now bring in category to filter, and let me see what's happening exactly. I'll show my category, and let's see. This is for. So something is happening actually. So for technology, Mila is the top. Mila then for office supply is different. Then for furniture, it is different. So something is actually wrong somewhere. But so something is wrong somewhere with these guys here. I think is what happened to Julia that is happening. The same thing that's happening. I don't know why that is happening because the formula is okay. Maybe I just need to, close and restart or something. But I don't even know why all these other things are not working. So let me see. Maybe if I duplicate this, it will work. So let me duplicate this. Now in the I'll duplicate this and I'll now duplicate this. And in this, I'll replace this with this. Just for the sake of just to check why it's not working. So I would say instead of that, I'll replace it with customer name, right? So customer name. It's not even working. It's even showing something different entirely.
Does it need to be sorted in descending or ascending before? Because it's not in order.
Does it really, does it really matter? Doesn't, okay. I don't even know what just happened now. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe it's because of the index that is there with. Let me see. So I remove, let me do this one. Let's see. So furniture, technology. It's not changing either ways. It's not changing. So it's not changing, and it's not changing actually. Not changing. Uh, it's not changing. It's something that's happening. I mean, so it's not changing. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's supposed to change. Just like, in fact, do you know this is not changing too again? Before it was changing, right?
Yeah, it was.
It's showing that it's not changing.
Yeah.
Maybe because maybe I don't know. Maybe it's because of the last part that maybe I think maybe I don't know. Maybe it was because it's not because I did this now. Because all was working and yeah, all is working. But office supply is not working again. Furniture is not working again. Or technology is not working. I don't know why. Uh, but you know, that's what it's supposed to be like. Just when we just change that, it's supposed to adjust to it and I don't even know what to say now. So you're supposed to adjust to it and that because what I've done here, I don't know why it's not working again. Maybe it's because I went to change the parameter, all those things that was changing up and down. But I don't think that should be because I've changed it, I've made the correction everywhere that I'm supposed to make the correction. So it's choosing category here, it's choosing category here. I've made all those corrections. So I don't know what is happening exactly. Let me delete this guy. Let me let me just let me remove these guys. Let me delete this one completely. Ah, so why can't I delete you? For some reason, I can't delete this one. It's not showing the deletes, but it's showing me.
Is
So
it
okay,
because it's linked to your dashboard, maybe?
no, not particularly. I think so. Because the other things that link to my dashboard. Let's see. Let me remove it. So we don't have it there. So where is the customer now? Yeah, you are correct. So I'll remove that. I'll remove this. All the things that I don't need, let me just remove them. And then we see. So let me delete this. Let me delete this. Let me delete. Let me delete this. Okay. Now, so okay. So let me delete this too. Okay. I will delete this. move that. I would hide this and I'll hide this. So let's go back to the basics. Let me click on this. Let me move all this. So I'll come back to top products, right? I was planning to teach join today. Now I can't even. So okay, so let's say category. Let me delete this. Okay, now let's say everything is back to normal the way it was before. So I create parameter. The first parameter I created was chosen, right? Chosen. So I'll call it chosen category. Category. So, and I said string. So I said I said furniture, display as furniture, technology, display as technology, and office supply as office supplies, right? And I clicked OK. And I show the parameter, right? And now I create a parameter. So I create a calculation field. And I say the dimension it will be, so what is category that I'm supposed to, so I'll say choosing dimension so that I can differentiate dimension category. So I don't start having. So now I would say case, right? Chosen category. That's the case. Now, when furniture, then product name. Technology.
Sorry, can you go back to that formula again?
Now it's not even working again. Huh. Now it's not working again.
Is it possible the Tableau just need to restart or something?
I don't know. So I really don't know right now. So yeah, but wait, aside from myself, Juliet, and Monday, is any other person having the same problem?
Yes.
Then is it me? Shouldn't be me.
I do. It's not working here. So
It's not working. I would so rather than what I'll do now is this, rather than using this method, what I'll do is I'll delete this, right? So we'll not use that. I'll just put the product name there, the one that the way that we've been doing it before. No, not product ID, product name. So product name there. I would tie it with our top end so that we have that. And then I would show the top end parameter. I'll remove this one and even delete it. And then I can now filter it with categories. So I'll just click all and I'll apply. So what I will say is I will now ask you to show category. Show. Then I would use the drop down. So you can just click on it, drop down. So you have it. So I'll just edit this one. Go into format. So what I can also do is to make it more beautiful. I can put category on color. No, not category on color, not that. It should be if I put category on color. Okay. Oh. So the way this thing is working, do you all understand how this thing is working now? So when I put the category here, the way it's working is picking the top 3 amongst, it's not selecting it separately. It's picking the top 3. So this top 3 now, is saying that for this top 3, 2 of this is from technology. And 1 of it is from office supply. Under furniture, there's none. So this cannot really answer the question I'm asking you to answer, because I want to know which product fall under category. So it's not going to solve, this cannot solve this problem for me. So for the sake of the class, this cannot solve that problem that I'm trying to resolve. So what I would just do is I would put the customer name there. We can't solve the problem I'm trying to resolve in the class. And I would tie that to the formula. Then in the next class I'll be able to show us. Or if we can just maybe have a day that we are free and we can have a class quickly, just like 1 hour, and I'll show us so that we can have a video to really understand this thing. So I would just edit this one just for the quickly, and so I'll edit this one quickly.
hello.
Yeah.
So I tried to do my own dashboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I got to a point, I couldn't continue because I wasn't able to hide some of the text on it, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show you.
Okay, I would look at that. Just let me. I just want to really do something quickly, so I'll look at that. So I just want to state this in place so I can just show us something real quick. So that's that as regards to this. Then okay, I can draw this back into the dashboard. It's that top customer. So I have top customer here. So what I can do is I can edit this. So we have something like this. So what I wanted to put here was I wanted to do like a scatter plot and to show us what I just show us the to like what a scatter plot is. And okay. Okay, yeah, I'll show us what the scatter, I'll just show us what the scatter plot looks like. So I would create a new sheet. I'll bring that forward. So let's assume we have a scatter plot is when you are plotting a measure against a measure. Like say for example, I have sales on column and I have profit on row. You can see what it has done for me. It has gone to give me sum of profit and sum of sales. Can we all follow? Just create a new sheet for this and this. So I just teach this and we can attach that to our dashboard. Then I'll look at your dashboard. So we put sales on.
What do you call this?
You said we put sales on column and sales on column and profit on rows.
Yeah. What name should you give it?
You said what?
What one name? What should you call it?
Okay. What would I call it? I don't even know what to call it. We will think as we go along. Just to leave it empty. So the next step we want to do is we want to come to analysis. But let me just explain what it has done. So if you look here, it says sum of sales and sum of profit. So what it has done, it has gone to pick sum of sales. It has picked a point. Sum of sales, sum of sales here is 2 million and some. So it has picked a point, 2 million and something. Then sum of profit has picked a point, 2 million and something. But what we want is we want individual. We want it to give us sum of sales, individual sum of sales. That's what we want it to give. So we'll come to analysis. Yeah. And we untick aggregate measure. So we say we don't want you to add it up. Bro, don't add it up. If I untick it, what has it done? You have many scatter plots. So what you have now is different scatter plots. So you can come to this drop down and say pick shapes. You click on shapes. Do it has picked it automatically, so you click on shapes. So it doesn't change. So it's on shapes. So when you click on shapes, what you want to do is we can meddle with different types of shapes. So you can use any of these shapes, and you can even look for more shapes. So if you click on more shapes, it brings you here. You can look for more shapes. So field, icon, I brought this one in. So I'll show us how to bring that in later. We can pick any of these shapes. So what I'll just do is I'll just pick this one. It looks more nice. And this is scatter plot. So what is it showing us? So it's showing us like distribution of profit against sales. So we can see like the products, like these are individual product, one product, individual product. So you can have the product that are below sales, that you can see the product. Now you can see all the product that are not making profits. and you can see the ones that make profit. So you can see the line. This is 0. So you can see that line, the line of equilibrium. So you can see the ones making that. You can see the sales. So this is what this scatter plot is showing us. So what we can do now is, in case of research, but for the purpose of this research, right? We are not doing, I say for this research, for the purpose of this dashboard that we are building, we are not doing something like that. So one thing we can do is that we can know from this scatter plot, we can show a visual representation of the things that fall between say for example, let me see. Let's say for example, I use a reference line. I want to use a reference line now, for example. So I want to use a reference line for sales or profit. Let me see. For sales. And that reference.
Sorry, Ayodeji.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question. Now, for this scattered plot, can we like bring in the product name for it to be more explanatory when we, for example, place our cursor on any of the shapes for at least for a layman to know that, okay, this is a particular product, and to just have an idea of what product it is.
That's a good question. So what you can do is this. If you bring in product name, say for example, I bring in product name and I put it on Libya, there will be too many product names. You can see. So I will know how to do that.
Can we put it on tooltip?
Thank you very much. You can do that. So that's one that I want to show you. So you put what you do to put it on tooltip, you put it on detail. Once I put it on detail, then it's on tooltip. You can see it. You can see it. So once you point at it, it shows. So anyways, that's that as regards to that. So I was going to show us that reference line. So this reference line, I edit it. So this reference line, what is it showing? It's showing average. Now, if you want it to show, like for example, now this reference line, you can attach it to a parameter, right? You can create a parameter for it for the reference line. So let's say, for example, you say you want to say it's for this is for profit. Let me be sure that the reference line is for profit. Let me just go back and start again so that we are sure of I'm sure of what I'm doing. So first I put product name on details, right? And now go to analysis. Now I bring this reference line. I put it on, okay, let me see. I put it on profit. And I'm saying, but for the reference line, what it has done, it has gone to put it on average. Average of the average profit. That's what it has done. So it has put the reference line on average profit. But I want the reference line to be moving. I don't want to put it on average profit. I'll create a parameter. I can call it profit. I can call it profit meter. Right. And I'll say all. No, let me say all. Let's say range. Let me use all. The reason why I don't want to use range is this. If I use range, I have to specify minimum and the maximum. So the maximum here is, let me see. But there are a lot of things like so the maximum here is probably like 9,000. So I have to put like 9,000 there. The maximum I think is 9,000. So 9K. So I put 9,000 there. I say okay. So we can see the parameter there. So I can. So you say parameter, profit parameter, computation value. So you say tooltip, yeah, automatic and whatever, line field if you want the field. So what has done? The parameter is 1. So now if I move it, you can see. If I move it. So if it was typing, if I edit this parameter now, say edit parameter, and I use all. No, sorry. I come here, I use all. Not just that I use all. I now come to this format, I use currency. Currency. I use pounds, yeah. Foreign value, yeah, and that's fine. Decimal place, I remove decimal place 0. I don't use decimal place at all. So I can say, let's see. Can you see? So let us assume I say I want the profit meter. So I want to do another meter. Right? Say that was on profit, I now do this one on sales. I create another parameter for this. So I call this sales meter. Now I use all. I use I use custom currency. I use I remove the decimal place with that. I leave that. I say okay. I say value. I say okay. Where's that line? Okay, it's on one, so it's not you not really see the line. So okay, so for this one I put 12,000. Can you see what has happened? It has brought out two lines for me, 12,000 and 1,000. So what have I done? This is just an analysis showing, okay, I want to know the products that fall in between the category that they are making. I'm making sales of over 12K and I'm making profit of over 4,000. Then we can see this. Do you understand? That's why this falls under the category. I can even now further, okay, because I didn't plan to do this in this class. But the point is, this is what you can, this is something that you can do on scatter plots. Things like this, analysis like this is what you can do on scatter plot. The thing is, to even make it more detailed, you can do some kind of like set. So you can come and superimpose. I can come and superimpose discounts on this in a way that I'll be able to understand even the ones that they are selling good profit, and I can now see the discount. So I'm kind of like superimposing one more variable on this what's it called, on this visualization. So yeah, so this is I would show this header. I want to show this header. I can say, what can I call this sheet? So let me just edit this first, and I'm thinking about it. Hmm? Okay. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this. You can move this parameter however you want to move it. All you just need to do is just type in. If I put 2,000 here now, you can see it drops down. And I put, okay, the sales, I put maybe 7,000 there. You see it drops down. So you can see the products that fall in between this. But there's a way that we can even make it more smoother, which we are going to develop on in the next class. So this one I will just name it um maybe maybe sales, just for now, maybe sales and Product sales, profit. I would still think of something but I'll still think of something better. So I'll just edit that one just for the purpose of the the dashboard. I'll just to show us. So my plan was to probably just, because we are still going to develop on this. While we are developing on it, we still have it. Probably just to have something, but it's too big. Too big. It's looking too big, so I'll just do some editing again. That side. It's kind of better now, right? Then the font, maybe this one can still adjust that font. So we can make that font smaller. I'll just use the small font I know. Doing it one by one. I shouldn't have done that. But anyways, so something like that. So yeah, so something like this. Of course, it can be better. Like I said, it can be better. So we look at how we can incorporate something. Then we'll look at maybe how we can put, we'll look for, maybe it's the map. No, I think we've done map before. I think we've done map before. So I think we've done map before, maybe,
Yes, we've done
yeah,
research.
so we've done map before. So what I was supposed to show us, I will just see if I can show us quickly. So I'll still have, if I can show, if it's possible for me to show us. So let me save this first. So I would advise you save if you are following. I don't want to include this one because I was supposed to take this in this class. I'll go to data source. I just click on new. Oh Lord, how do I get to that data source now? This is serious matter. Do not tell that data. So so what I'm trying to achieve, I don't know if I can. So I'm supposed to go back to my data to where I connected my data.
Is it possible to have multiple data source or data from multiple sources within a worksheet?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a way to do that. But what I'm even trying to do here now is this. Now, I'm trying to go back. I want to. So you can have there are different ways of joining to have data. So you can have multiple tables. So you can connect your data to multiple tables. Then you can also connect them by joining them. You can connect them by unioning them. If that's the question you're asking.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do here now is this. I'm trying to go back. What I'm trying to do is I don't know if I say new data source, it will go to new one, fresh one. That's not what I want to do.
Is
What
it
I want
if
to
we click on the data source at the bottom, just next to your
it's not going there. This one, it's not going to go back there. It's going to say do it like I think because let's assume I was using I think if I was using Tableau desktop, it would allow me to do that. Because what it's doing is that if I click on this now, it will like replace it with, you see, it's going back to the beginning. So I don't know if it's that, maybe it's the same data. It's the same, it should be the same data. So this is where I'm supposed to teach you the join.
maybe because it's the same data you had on before. So is he like not wanting to duplicate the same data source or something like that?
No, what I've done now is I've replaced, I've replaced the data source with the data source I had before. That's what I've just done.
But
So
you want to add it.
let's say for example, I've edited that data somewhere. I've edited something in that data. The way I did it now, it would overwrite the data that was there before. But that's not what I'm trying to do. So that's not what I'm trying to do. So, and if I join these things to affect some of the things that we have done before, right? So the way I clicked it now, okay, so the way I clicked it now, is because I was working from, like I said, if I was working on Tableau desktop and I was connected to a live data, if I click on data source, it comes to this page. But because I've saved it on Tableau Public and I'm working straight from Tableau Public, it has forgotten. See, in this one, there's nothing like connect to data here. You can't see live data. But if I was using Tableau Public, you see live data, you see all those things. So what I was trying to teach is, what I want to try to show you quickly is join. I don't know, have you guys done join in SQL?
Yes, we have.
So we understand what join is. We understand it very well. So I don't need to explain it. So if I don't need to explain this, it's fine. So if we look at this Excel file, this is the Excel file for the work that we are doing. So we have order ID, we have row number. Now, if you come to return, we have returned items that were returned. We have their order ID. So what does these two have in common? The order ID, right? These two tables, they have the order ID. So if you want to join the two of them, what we use to join them? The order ID. If you come to people here, people have persons and region. Region and return, do they have anything in common? No. People and order, do they have anything in common? Yes, they have what? Region common. So we have region. So if you want to join them, we can join return to orders and people to orders. So if I come to Tableau now, do you understand what I'm talking about before I move ahead? Eh?
Yeah, so it's like the data modeling that we're doing on Power BI, creating relationships by linking two tables together.
Yeah, so something like that. But the relationship between that first table and the other table is order ID. So what I'll do is I'll open this. Then I'll bring people or return. If I bring return, I'll just drop it here. If I drop it there to tell you inner join, what did you use to join them? Order ID, order ID. So we can see here. can see here. So what it is to join them? Other ID is equal to other ID. So other ID on return and the other one. So that's why other ID. So, but if we scroll through the data here, right? Or better still, if I look through this space, we'll see that the other ID, there are two. So we can ask it to hide one. So we can hide the one on the other table, so we don't have it. So if we bring in people to GL, it will join it. It will join it to this one. So it will link to this one. And what does it link under them? So it links. No, sorry, that's so people is return is the first one. So it will link them. How does it link them? Region for people and region for the other. So what you can do is come here. You can hide region for people like this. So if you go to new sheets, like in new sheet here, you can see now that we have return. We have return and what's the other one? People. People should be somewhere. People. P. What was it? No, I just hold on. Let me remove the thing. So let me try anything. Let's see. But I can't find it. I know you, maybe it's named. So people. But what's the name of the? Let me see. What's the name? So person. No, I can't. I can't find persons here. Ah, so we have this one does not really matter, but it should show. I can see return. I can't see people. I don't know why you. Okay, let me do something. I'll just close this. I'll just close this. What I'm trying to do is this. I'll close this too. Connect to data. Now, Excel file. So I'll just use the sample store data set I was using before. I just want to show us this thing because I don't know why I did what I did then here. So it's okay. So you open, you just drop in people. Once you drop in people, right, it links it the people. Now, if the name is because this one I made it is easy. It's easy because the name is already there. If I misspell the name, say instead of like writing region here, right? Rigion, it makes a mistake. It will tell you, it will not find any field that is equal because it has found it automatically. Sometimes you have to, because there's mistake in the spelling. So sometimes you have to find it yourself. So I'll drop return. So you should join return. So if I check it now, I should see. Can we see people? Can you see people? Can you see return? Persons. So I can hide this one. So I don't need this region, and I don't need this. So if I go to new sheet now, you see, I would see people and person. These two. These people that I was looking for that time. So these people is related to region. So if I say, for example, I want to know these people is maybe the salesperson. So if I put salesperson in now the names of the salesperson, so I can put like the sales of those people. I can put them in row so we can see the sales of these people. So it's in a table. It's in a tabular. It's in a tabular form. That I can use the full with. So these are persons. So these are the maybe for example the salespeople in the company. Do you understand me? So these are salespeople and this is the so you can have a lot of things. So maybe for example you want return. Say for example I want maybe the return the items that were returned. Yes, and I want to know okay maybe the items that are not returned. So maybe for example these are sales of these are the sales of items that are returned. So if for example you want to know the total sales at the end of the day, the total sales might be minus these items, the ones of the items that were returned. So you can create a calculation field for that. So anyways, the main point is that that's why that's why you have the join to join things together. Because this return means that oh, this things was before we had the total sales. Let's say for example, I want to go and say I want to know the total sales after returns. So I have to probably write maybe like I have to probably write like maybe I can use maybe since we already have those values, I can use an if statement, I can use a case statement to get the total value of these ones that are returned. Like for example now, maybe let's say for example now, I see calculation figure. I said maybe for example I say maybe case now. What could be the case? Should we use maybe no, no, I won't do it this way if I want to do that. So okay, anyways, I explain better in the next class. But the main thing for now is for us to understand that okay, the join. That's the main thing, to understand the join. This join. So this is an inner join. Of course, there are other types of join. You can see that we have the inner join, we have the left join, we have the right join, and we have the full outer join. Now, because you have said you have learned it before in SQL, I won't have to teach you again. But if you have any question in regards to this, I can answer the question now. So I know that the next class, what I want to look into is I want to look into that dashboard that I created. That what's it called? That case statement I was trying to look at with dimension. I'll look at and I would. That's what I want to show us in the next class. So I'll show us that. And what I want to also improve on is I want to improve on that scatter plot. To explain further what you can use the scatter plot and how we can interact with the scatter plot. So those are the things I want to teach us in the next class. So if you have any question in regards to the joint, you can ask me now so I can answer it.
Okay, I don't have a question concerning the joint, but I want to ask, how did you make those bars? How did you reduce their sizes?
Yes,
The one you, yeah.
Okay, that one is very easy. So use size to do that. Say for example now, let's say for example now I have this and questions here, and I want to reduce the size. All I have to do is just navigate with this one. I want it to be very big. I use this. So that's why you have to familiarize yourself with this size, this thing, these cards, or this max card, because that's what they do. They are you interact with them, you use them to label, use them to label, use them for tooltips. You know your tooltips, you can even edit your tooltips. Sure, you know, when I told you. So you just click on it, edit it. So for example, now maybe for persons now, I want on my tooltip, say for example, my tooltip, I want my tooltip, I want a different font, I want a different color, you know, that kind of a thing. Say, I'm just showing us an example. Can you see what it has done? So it makes my tooltip even the way I want it to be, how I want it to be fine. I can edit that person too, you know, like this person. So I just decided not to touch it. So I can decide that, okay, persons now, maybe I want to edit persons. This one, I always want it to be normal. I use small size. That kind of thing. See, so you can do a lot of things. And when you want to include some, let's say for example, I want to include something in this. I want to include something in this detail that is not here. I want to include profit here. I want to include profit in my tooltip. All I need to do is what? Bring profit to what? Detail. And you know, I bring profit to detail, then I come to tooltip here. And I say what? I come down here. I say insert profit. So it automatically brings profit. Then I can copy this one. Copy, paste. I think I mentioned this in all these ones in the first class. So I can write what? Profit. If I just put here now, so I can see the sales and the profit. Do you get? You can look at them. So that's how you bring in things into, and then you can also, you can also adjust, you can also edit all these things. Just adjusting this. So the thing locks into place. So once you adjust it adjusts with the sizes. So and yeah. So the major, then there are some kind of sorting. So that, like for example, if you click on this sort, so if I click the drop down here, I click on the sort here, this is a different kind of sort, right? So now I want to sort the field according to, you see you have aggregate sum, so it's bar sum. So you can say you want to sort according to something else. If, for example, I want to sort according to profit, if I put up profit here, which one has the most profit? It's still that one that has the most profit, so that's why it remains the same. But let me see. Let's see what you can sort by that make that change for us. Let's say we sort by the person. So you can see that sort by the names of the person. So he brought the name first, you see. Person's name, counts, not counts. Okay. So yeah, so if you put name, so that's what it has gone to do. That's sorted by, count, the number of count of whatever. So yeah, so this sort also, is very, very, I will show us what we can use it for. What I know how to use it for, I know how to use it for, what's it called? I know how to use it for, um, where we have something like this. Let me show us what I'm trying to say. If I have something like this, for example, where is category? Or where is subcategory? Where's subcategory? I'm trying to. Okay, so let's assume I have something like this. So this is sales. So I put it on color. No, undo. So category, yes, category. If I put category on color, yep. So let me know this category. Category is too much. So if I bring in, where is the category, not subcategory. So if I put category on color, you can see this is, if I make the line bigger, you can see that this is a kind of different chart. And let's assume I want to do category. Let's say I want to sort this. This is a stack bar chart. But I want it to be like in descending order. You see that which one? Technology is red. And we can see that technology is not in descending order, but the entire thing is in descending order. But I want to just see technology as descending order. There's a way that can be done. You have to use parameter, and you have to put the parameter in the sort. So there are so many things, so many like little information that you just learn as you go along. But what I'm trying to do is I'm also trying to be cautious, not to just be teaching you what you don't necessarily need, what you would learn as you are going along with using Tableau. But I'm trying to teach you what you can use to build a dashboard, because we are trying to build a dashboard that you can interact with, if you get what I mean. So yeah, that is that as regards to that. So my apologies for the way the class went on in the beginning, but I really don't know why that thing was like that. But I'll look into it and I'll get back to you on that. And if it's possible for us to have a 1 hour class, I can do that for us, because it was my own mistake.